Would you please demonstrate for us the proper way to assemble the oxygen tank?
Okay, first, I'm going to make sure that the tank is green, which is the universal color for oxygen. The tank says oxygen. I'm going to check for expiration date. It is not expired. Making sure there's no other damage to the tank itself or the neck of the oxygen tank. Now I'm going to be checking my regulator out. Make sure that the gauge is not cracked or there's no dings in it. Make sure the main clamp is intact as well as the dial. Christmas tree is present as well as the O-ring and the two prongs are not damaged. I'm going to place the regulator around the neck of the oxygen tank, lining the two prongs up and tightening. At this time, I'm going to open the tank and I'm going to check for a pressure of 2,000 psi, which would be full, and 500 psi would indicate we need to change the tank out.
Will you please demonstrate the proper application for the oropharyngeal airway?
Okay, we're going to begin with BSI. We're going to measure the patient for the appropriate airway by measuring from the patient's earlobe to the corner of the mouth. Once we find our appropriate OPA size, we're going to place the OPA in the patient's mouth, being careful not to push the tongue posteriorly towards the hard palate. Once we reach the soft palate, we're going to rotate the OPA 180 degrees and secure it in place.
Would you please demonstrate the proper application for the nasopharyngeal airway?
Okay, we're going to begin with our BSI. We're going to measure the patient for the appropriate NPA by measuring from the patient's earlobe to the corner of his nose. We're going to lubricate the NPA with water-based lubricant. If we don't have any, we'll use the patient's own saliva. We're going to enter the nose with the bevel towards the septum. I'm going to gently rotate the NPA until it's completely securely in place.
Would you please demonstrate the proper method for providing suction?
Okay, first we begin with our BSI. We're going to prepare the suction by attaching all its components. Once we're ready, we're going to turn on the suction. We're going to measure the suction tonsil tip from the patient's earlobe to the corner of his mouth. We're then going to suction the lowest cheek for 10 to 15 seconds on the way out. And repeat the process as needed.
Very good.